Good morning and welcome to episode 6 of the Monday morning sports rant. So what's on the menu today? FIFA World Cup qualifiers, a fair amount of cricket, essays in Pakistan. We also played against Namibia on Saturday. And then of course the ladies play their 4th match at the World Cup today. URC results and also PGA Tour and DP World Tour. So let's get going. Well, unfortunately, Bafana drew 0-0 with Zimbabwe last week, and that has seriously set them back in a race to win Group C and automatic qualification for the World Cup next year. If you don't know the story behind why they were docked 3 points a couple of weeks ago, well, they did beat Lesotho 2-0 in March. But they played an ineligible player, Tebogo Mokoena, who in his previous 2 matches had got yellow cards. Therefore, you cannot play the next match. But because there was such a huge time frame between them, the first match being in November 2023, it seems like the South African management just forgot that that was the case and they played him. Anyway, so since then, Lesotho got awarded a 3-0 victory. So, what is the current situation in that group? Well, now Bafana are 2 points behind Benin, who beat Rwanda 1-0. South Africa play Rwanda tomorrow night, 6 p.m. in Nelspruit. If they win that, they'll go 1 ahead, but Benin play Nigeria, who are on 14 points. So it's Benin on 17, South Africa on 15, and Nigeria on 14. That's the one thing that's helping Bafana is that Nigeria still have a chance of qualifying, even if it is for the 2nd place finish. So they will be going all guns blazing against Benin. So if they beat Benin and South Africa beats Rwanda, well, we qualify. I think it'll have to be that or nothing, because looking at all the other 2nd place teams, the 4 best 2nd place teams go into a playoff. And many teams are already way above what Bafana can get to. So I think it's first or nothing, unfortunately. As far as other results were concerned, let's just have a look. Yesterday in Europe, Cyprus beat San Marino 4-0. Scotland beat Belarus 2-1. Netherlands beat Finland 4-0. 2-1 shock win for Faroe Islands over Czechia, so they can still qualify. Amazingly, Denmark beat Greece 3-1 and Croatia 3-0 over Gibraltar, and Romania beating Austria 1-0. So no European teams have officially qualified yet, but those are results from yesterday. In African qualifiers yesterday, Ghana secured their spot with a 1-0 win over Comores, and Madagascar are in place for 2nd, but they did lose to Mali 4-1. So that sets them back slightly, but they could still end in that 2nd place grouping. Who has qualified so far? In Africa, Egypt, Morocco, Tunisia, and Algeria, and as I mentioned, Ghana yesterday. In Asia, Australia, of course, because they play in the Asian qualifying. Iran, Japan, Jordan, South Korea, and Uzbekistan. CONCACAF, no confirmed qualifiers other than, of course, the 3 hosts, the USA, Canada, and Mexico. Oceania, New Zealand have qualified. I don't know why Australia just doesn't play in that. They'll qualify easily every time. And New Caledonia, a French overseas territory, will go into the intercontinental playoffs. In South America, Bolivia made their way into the playoffs with a surprise 1-0 win over Brazil. But the qualifiers are, unsurprisingly, defending champs Argentina, Ecuador, Colombia, Uruguay, Brazil, and Paraguay. So yeah, that's the situation in FIFA World Cup qualifying. In cricket, well, this morning, South Africa bowled Pakistan out for 378, a good performance, after they were 315, I think, for 5 overnight. Senran Mutasamy with a career best figures of 6 for 117. I'm not going to give you the updated score at the moment because it will be obsolete within a couple of seconds. Unfortunately, on Saturday, South Africa, if you can believe it, lost to Namibia. Now, you can say it's our second team because all the test players were in Pakistan, but still, it was a pretty decent. Quinton de Kock made his comeback and could only manage one. Jason Smith top scored for 31 as South Africa struggled to 134 for 8. And then Namibia won off the final ball by 4 wickets. Berger and Similani with 2 wickets each. It was the official opening of their new stadium in Windhoek where World Cup matches will take place. So, well done to our neighbours Namibia. Good effort. The SA ladies, who were thrashed in their first game against England, beat New Zealand, and then a very, very good win, 3-wicket win over India. Today they play Bangladesh in their 4th match. And if we just look at the current log situation, Australia won yesterday over India, so they're on 7 points with a 1-0 result. England have 6 points after 3 matches. India on 4, South Africa is also on 4. So if they beat Bangladesh today, they should move into at least 3rd place. Their net run rate's not great after being annihilated, unfortunately, in that first match. Then New Zealand and Bangladesh both on 2 points. Moving on to rugby, the URC. Not a great weekend for South African teams. The Stormers, the one shining light, with a very impressive victory on Friday evening over Scarlets, 34-0. SFM and Damian Willemse certainly making their presence felt on their comeback for the Stormers. Munster with a 1-0 win at home over Edinburgh. And then on Saturday, Benetton, very good, 41-15 victory over the Lions, who are not going great so far. 3 losses out of 3. Ospreys 24-0 over Zebre. Glasgow Warriors thrashing Dragons 49-0. Leinster over the Sharks 31-5. Yes, they had a whole bunch of British and Irish Lions back, but we had some Springboks back, and I would have expected a better performance. Unfortunately, could only score 1 try, and they can't get back to Durban sooner. Ulster, now the Bulls had a very good team. When I saw their lineup, I thought, man, they've got a chance against Ulster. But alas, Ulster 28-7 victory. And in the final game, Cardiff beating Connacht 14-8. So the current log situation, the Stormers are leading on 14 points. A very good points differential they have of 85. Munster also have 14 points, but a 17 points differential. Then in second place, you've got the Glasgow Warriors on 11 alongside Cardiff. Ulster and Bulls tied on 10 points. Benetton and Zebre 9 each. And then the bottom 5, Edinburgh, Sharks, Dragons, Lions, Scarlets, all without a victory so far. The Sharks, yes, and Dragons with a draw. So that's the current situation in the URC. Golf. Xander Schauffele broke his drought. Why it goes back to Ryder Cup every time is absolutely beyond me. You'd think the PGA Tour would avoid this and delete it from their website, but somehow it goes back to Ryder Cup. Anyway, Xander Schauffele winning on 19 under, 1 over Max Grazeman. And then the top place South African, I don't know why I do my due diligence, set it on the leaderboard and then it just goes away. Garrick Higo, a tie for 5th, and he could secure his spot in that 5 to 50 to 60 gap on the FedEx Cup fall race. And he's been playing good golf recently, so well done, Garrick. I'd give more details if it could appear. Websites. Anyway, the Open de España on the DP World Tour, Marco Penge with a playoff victory over Daniel Brown. They both finished in 15 under. It's his 3rd win of the season. Doing very well. Joel Gerbach in 3rd place, Tom McKibben 4th. And then a tie for 5th, Jaden Shaper, moving up nicely in the rankings on 11 under. So that's it for your Monday morning sports rant. I didn't rant too much, but come on, Bafana.